good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening. Evening, Della.
Thank you. Hi, Della. Della, thank you so much for saving our, dare I say, bacon at the last second. Everybody, this is Della who stepped in at the 11th hour. We just had some issues getting hold of the other medium, and Della's kindly stepped in. I've got to say that the Facebook was saying if you're not on in 4 minutes, we're cancelling your slot. And then all of a sudden there popped up Della, and I've never been so pleased to see someone. Oh, dear. And thank you, Reverend Adrian, for sorting that too. Good evening, everybody. I can't even get my phone to fire up so I can see who Facebook users are. So good evening, Karen, Pamela, Lisa, Scott. Facebook user you are. Hopefully I'll get my phone working so it can show me in a minute. And breathe.
Yeah. Breathe. It helps.
Do you think it's acceptable to have Baileys with ice while you're online?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, Della, may I kick us off by asking you to do us an opening prayer, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Would you just like to join me in prayer, please, friends? God, loving, divine and gracious Spirit, we give our humble thanks and gratitude for this joyful gathering this evening, for this celebration of life and life hereafter, that we may celebrate the bonds of love and know through these messages of that eternal life truly exists, Father God. We ask that all that's done this evening is done with the healing balms that the spirit world and our Father God so freely gives. And we ask all that in the name of love. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, I can't imagine the absolute relief. Good evening, Jacqueline and Tracy. Do you know, they're very naughty to me, the spirits. Whenever I go to do the Lord's Prayer, I get halfway through it and somebody will start talking to me. And I have to really concentrate to where I'm at, because they always do it to me. And I think they're just reminding me that life is, don't have to be so serious. Don't take myself so seriously. Calm down. It's just a commercial.
Oh, yeah, I mean, life's fun, isn't it? It's got to be fun. Look at me. I'm messing with my camera here, trying to get it straight so I can see you.
I thought you was trying to show us that crack in the ceiling there, Adrian. Oh, dear. Della, where are you from, my lovely?
I'm from Sheffield.
From Sheffield? Oh, good old Sheffield.
Sheffield.
My eldest daughter lives in Sheffield. So hi to everyone in Sheffield that's watching. Oh, dear. So where we're at, are you all right with blind readings? We've lost Reverend Adrian. He must have cut his camera altogether there. Are you all right with blind readings, Della, working from the comments?
Yes. This is my first time on StreamYard.
Oh, is it? Oh, fantastic. Well, what I'll do is I'll make sure that I put the comments up on the screen so that you can keep up where we're at. And I'll be there. If you're absolutely stuck on anything, I will be listening to everything. So just shout me and I shall come back.
Okay.
So, what happened? So, where did you go?
Oh, I'm being a technophobe again.
No, I'm not calling you anything this evening. You found us a medium, and I'm eternally grateful. Just for this evening, I'm not going to pick on you.
Yeah, I'm just sorry it's somebody from Sheffield. You know what I mean?
I'm not. My eldest daughter lives in Sheffield. Don't worry, Della. When I next see him, I'll hit him for you. You see, we're both from Rotherham.
Yeah. I'd rather you hit me, because if Della hit me, it'd be with a frying pan.
Oh, well, I might hold the camera, Della. Oh, dear. I think so. I could just take a deep breath and go and just have a little slurp of my coffee that my wonderful other half just brought me. I'm going to go into the Absent Healing Candles and put the little healing candle video up. Have you ever seen our healing candles, Della?
No.
Oh, well, you're in for a real treat. I always love them on the bedroom wall to go to sleep at night because they're just so fabulous. So let us know what you think. And it will mute your microphone, so don't worry, nobody can hear you if you shout to the dog or something while they're on.
I might do the same as yours and get me coffee.
Oh, yeah, go grab it quick.
I'm gonna do.
If anybody would like to add their name to the hang on, just wore your horse there. If anybody would like to add anyone to the, I'll put my teeth back in, to the absent healing, then please pop their names in the comments there. Good evening, Lisa and Jan. Thank you for joining us. I'm about to do the healing prayer. And I better find the healing candles ready, else I'll be clicking it and unclicking as live as well. I'm good at that, aren't I?
Yep.
Great Spirit, Father, Mother God, here we bring upon you all those listed in our absent healing books, that it may please thee to heal them, be they sick in mind, body or soul, both those we know, those we don't know, and those who have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. Amen.
Amen.
You're not going to believe this, everybody, and it's going to be one of those evenings, but the lovely Jean Harris has just popped in backstage, so she must have sussed out the so I'll just pop her on screen. Let's at least say hello. Good evening, Jean. We had a massive panic on it, and the lovely Della stepped in because we were running late and Facebook.
Am I on? Now I'm off. Okay.
Turn your camera. That's better, Jean.
Yes, I found you.
Hiya, Jean.
So it's up to you two if you'd like to do a reading each. You know,
That'd
would you
be
like
lovely.
to? Yeah, are you all right with that, Jean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know each other?
So when
No,
did
nice to
you
meet you,
start
Jean.
class?
Oh, that's lovely. I think we've got a bit of a freeze camera on your internet, Jean.
What?
So
You just nudge me in like.
yeah, we're absolutely losing you there. What I'm going to do, Jean, I'm going to drop you backstage and get you just to reconnect.
Yeah,
if you won't mind.
You keep. I'll make sure.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. Can anybody else hear? Is it me? Is it mine?
No,
No. All right.
Breaking in and out.
Yeah, Jean, if you can hear me, my love, I'm going to drop you backstage. Can you leave the studio and come back in, and we might have a bit better reception for you, and I'll bring you back on. We'll see you in a minute. Oh, don't you love technology? I could bounce it all the way out the door. I know you don't. You're a right techno. Do you like technology, Della?
Sometimes it's just one of the things, isn't it? It's it's tricky.
Aren't we doing well?
Obviously it works well.
Oh, Jean's back again. Oh no. Well, she's gone again. No, gone again. She's like the elusive Pimpernel. While we're waiting for Jean to come back, and at least we've still got Della. Please don't leave us, Della. I think we'll get Reverend Adrian to do his Bible reading and his philosophy, if you don't mind.
What Bible reading?
I thought you'd got. Well, I thought your philosophy was based on your Bible reading. You're going to be in deep doo-doo with shortly, you are. But no, I've got to forgive you because you've got me out of doo-doo.
Right. What I'm looking at is Luke 23, verse 34. Father, forgive them. They do not know what they are doing. This comes from a man who only ever showed love. But he was arrested and accused of blasphemy by the Jewish sector. And he was accused about putting his kingdom above Caesar from the Roman sector. This comes from a man who is forgiving people that have hurt him, ridiculed him. He was whipped. He was hung on a cross with nails through his wrists and through his feet. Before this, there were people in the crowd shouting, "Crucify him, crucify him." But still, as he hangs there from the cross, in absolute agony, he's saying, "Forgive them, for they do not know what they do." Now, he did this with compassion. He said this with love in his heart, even though he was in a place where, most men would have been terrified. And I'm sure he was. He didn't just speak about the people that he loved, like his mother, his disciples, and the people that followed him. He said that with compassion and love to those who had persecuted him. There's a story in that when you look at it from a spiritual point of view, which is what Jesus did. He looked at things from a spiritual point of view. He looked at, he lived his life through God and the higher realms, and all those that up above beyond the veil. We are ridiculed many times through his lifetime. We're sometimes attacked, either physically or verbally or consciously, from people who don't know us or understand who we are. A lot of people don't understand us because they're unsure of how we believe and what we believe in. But yet, do we forgive them or do we give malice? Is it better to forgive than to attack, whether physically or verbally? Is it better to send love than to send hate? When we look at those words, forgive them for they do not know what they are doing. People do these things because they don't understand who you are. Be yourself. Give out that love and forgiveness to anybody that comes and does not understand you. Allow that love to flow from you to those that don't understand who you are or your beliefs. And respect them for their beliefs through love. Respect them for what they understand through love. Forgive them for they do not know what they are doing, because they only know through their teachings, through their own upbringing, through their own course, through their own journey. As we only understand who we are. We may not understand why they do these things, and may not understand who they are. But respect them for who they are. And hope and pray with love that they'll respect you for who you are and what you believe in. And with that, I will leave you. Thank you very much. Bless you.
Oh, thank you, Adrian. That's fabulous. I'm just going to drop Jean back onto the screen there. That was absolutely lovely and so true. So true. A lot to be learned from that. I think we can all learn something from that. Absolutely lovely.
Hello, Jean.
Hello, Jean. Are you with us? At the risk of sounding stereotyped, can you hear us? Is there anybody there? Oh, dear.
I think so.
Oh, good.
Is it okay? Can you hear me? Am I still glitching?
Yeah, you're still glitching a
Good,
little
yeah.
bit to me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, you are. Yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
Yeah. Is it still glitching, isn't it? Oh dear.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to suggest really, unless you've got any earphones you can plug in, Jean, dear.
No, I haven't,
Reverend
darling.
Dave.
I'm not terribly tech at all, to be truthful.
Oh, that's better. We've got you anyway now. Oh, where's Reverend Adrian gone? There he is. Oh, we should stop doing that.
What are you doing to me?
You're making me
I
dizzy.
didn't do anything. It was you.
How very dare you. I'm going to read my poem now and try not to press any buttons at all. You all right, Jean?
Yeah, what time did you start then, darling?
7 o'clock.
Oh, I didn't know that. I had 7:30 in my communication. I'm so sorry I came in late.
No worries. I'm sure Della's pleased to see you, and we're just pleased to see you both. Just to give you a little breather, I'll read my poem. It's called Change, aptly enough. I once heard someone say, if you don't change, you'll not grow. But I waved the thought away, for who were they to think they know? I'd always stayed the same, a heart that thrived within the cold, and I had no desire to change. At least that's what I'd been told. But deep within my mind, a thought grew slowly, bit by bit, until I felt trapped in my skin, for it no longer seemed to fit. There's a whole world sitting out there, changing every single day. That proves it's nothing to be scared of if you do it the right way. For a day afraid to turn to night will miss the silver moon, and a flower that refuses change will never get to bloom. I had thought I was a thorn bush, only good for snagging clothes. But if you do not dare to change, you'll never find out you're a rose. And I really like that. That's really quite poignant, especially from the people I've been speaking with today, bless them. I think everybody out there's struggling with the change, aren't they? You know, the changes in everything that's going on at the moment. So I think Reverend Adrian's frozen, or he's doing that thing he normally does to me where he pretends he's frozen, which is what I'm hoping he's doing. Reverend Adrian, please blink. Oh dear, it's going to be a fun evening, ladies. It's a fun evening. Oh, there he is. He's spinning again. So how would you like to do this, ladies? I'll leave you both on the screen, I think. See who connects connects to anyone, and then I will make you slightly bigger on the screen, and then we can switch over when you've done your reading. Will that work for you? Oh, Jean, we're not getting you, are we? I don't know.
Whatever you want to do. How do you want to do it, Delia? I went. No,
I'm all right. I don't know what you mean by blind reading.
All right. Okay. So if you could connect with anybody that's in the comments, and then they'll sort of speak to you through the chat. Okay. Will that be all right? Sorry. And I'll put the messages on screen as well to make sure you don't miss any.
Okay. Yeah. I've done Facebook Lives before, but obviously it's a StreamYard. It's just a bit.
Yeah, it's the same sort of idea. The difference is I can put the message on the screen for you, so if somebody's replying, I can pop it up there. What I could tell you, ladies, the only advice I can give you with this is, because there's a slight delay in the comments to I'm answering, is keep going regardless with who you've got. You know what I mean? Keep giving out the message. Carry on regardless. And then as they catch you up, the comments will jump in. Good evening, Leanne and Anne. I can't see. Oh, and Sharon and anybody else that's joined us this evening, Lorraine. Thank you all ever so much for joining us. We've got lovely Jean Harris and Della, who stepped in at last minute. Bless her little socks, because we couldn't get hold of Jean, and here they both are. So it was meant to be this evening, wasn't it? So Adrian and I, he's already drinking his coffee. Adrian and I can't knock you, Adrian. I can't. We're going to drop backstage. I'll see which one of you would like to go first. I'm
easy. Do you want to go first, Jean?
Yeah, Jean's go first, right? We'll try as we can with Jean's.
Shall I do a couple and then come back to you and you do a couple? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Fantastic.
fine, yeah.
Okay.
Right. Adrian and I'll drop backstage then. I'll still be listening if you need me, or if there's issues, I'll pop back on. We'll see you in a bit. Thank you so much again, and good luck, ladies.
Thank. Okay. That's us then. Okay. I'll do a couple then, baby, and then I'll hand it back to you. Okay. Okay.
All right, man.
I have a lady and a gentleman stepping close to me. I feel like it's the gentleman who wants to come through. I feel like I'm working with a father, and I feel like he would have passed. I want to go to his chest. I'm not sure that I'm talking about his heart. I feel I may be talking about his lungs. I've got to understand this man being ill for some time. With this gentleman, we've got a good head of hair, and it looks quite dark and parted and over the side. And he's got a twinkle about him. He's got a sense of humour, this gentleman. Really kind, really nice, dependable sort of man who you feel that he would want to put his arms around someone and look after them. When we're saying a father, I feel like he would have been a husband as well. There's a husband feeling with him. So I'm not sure if I'm here tonight to contact with, whether I'm here to contact with a wife or a daughter, or maybe both. I want to do the name Robin. But if the name don't fit, throw it away. That's okay. I feel like he's been gone for a little while, not many years, and I feel like we would have come up to an anniversary. It's like he's joined us tonight because he knows that his people have understood an anniversary. Okay, darling. I don't want to make him a great age, this gentleman, possibly in his 70s. But all the time we're working, I know that he was depleted towards the end of his time. Now, I can't see any comments here. Can anybody understand my gentleman, please? Okay, I normally can. Okay.
Jean, do you know how to connect to the comments? I should have said. I'm sorry.
Okay,
yeah,
darling.
I've got comments, and but you need to be able to see them, don't you? So can you see?
You can tell me, my darling, if you don't mind.
Sure. No, I don't mind. I'll pop them on screen then. So I'll drop back and I'll put the messages on screen for you.
Okay. Possibly granddad, his anniversary was February, he was 89, was poorly for a short time. Thank you, Lisa. I've got him as a father and a husband. So would your grandmother then still be on the earth plane, please? Don't know, can't see anything. Lisa, I'm supposed to say the name Pam or Pamela. Okay, what did it come back at all? Okay, I'm supposed to say the name Pam or Pamela. No, my name went before him. I'm sorry, precious, I don't think I'm with you. Because this gentleman's a husband and father. Oh, Pam, right, lovely. My dad had lung cancer 5 years, dark hair. That's better. Yes, Pam, if I may, I believe we might be together. he's making me feel the chest even more now. Thank you, darling, for typing in. Let's talk a moment about him. I understand I've got a feeling of money with this gentleman. There's an understanding that he liked to look after his family. He felt he was ill. He didn't like being the person who was looked after. He liked to be out and doing, and it caused him quite a lot of sadness not to be out there. I know there's something significant about birds. He keeps showing me birds, so I feel like there must be somebody in the family who looks at the robins, etc. And I know that this man's got an affinity with the outside world. I know he likes to be out and in the fresh air and a knowledge of the air around him. I've got a feeling of trees with him. I know there's also a thing about the sea. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. I know there's a thing about the sea as well. There's wonderful memories here about seaside times out, and the cheap way of doing it, I've got a bag here on my lap where I'm opening it up and we're getting sandwiches out of it, and of course always the joke about the sand always ends up in sandwiches. That's wonderful. He does stand by you quite a lot. There's an understanding of you needing extra support. I know we all do at this moment in time, but there's this feeling of him bringing everything to you, of actually having his hand on your shoulder. There's a massive gratitude here. There's an understanding that decisions were made for this gentleman that at the time, wonderful, at the time he didn't understand or couldn't understand, and he's so sorry that you all had to have those decisions to make for him, but immensely grateful for the love and the care that he was given. It makes me understand that he's in a family of diamonds, that you're all such lovely people, and he had so much support, caring love in his time of illness. There's something here about somebody had wanted to take his hand on his passing, and I feel like perhaps they make it, or they popped out to the loo or something when he popped off. Because there's a feeling I've got an understanding of him understanding somebody's disappointment of not being there at the moment. He wants that person to know that it's his mother that came for him, and that he's safe and loved and very much gone home, and that he's okay. There's something about his feet. He keeps making me know about feet and people putting socks on. I don't know what that's about, but I can just feel him having these socks put on him, and so he might get cold feet. I know that he was loved and looked after. He knows he was. I'm supposed to reference a lad here. I feel like possibly you'd have a son, or a young man around you. He told us to go home. Yeah, that's there, because he understands that for somebody that was upsetting. Okay, well done, sir. I've got these feeling of socks, and now I'm made to feel this young boy again. Sorry, my brain went off somewhere else. I'm made to understand a boy, feel like you'd have a son, or there'd be a young man around you, who he really wants to put his arms around and gather up. There's an understanding of this lad feeling the grief more than people are expecting him to. That's lovely, thank you. I think you'll find I'm trying to reference the next one down, not the oldest, but the next one down, the one they think can cope with everything, but actually he's going to be really feeling it. This man wants you to know how very, very much he loves you, and asks that you're a bit kinder to yourself, that you're quite harsh with yourself. Be a little bit kinder, because actually you're beautiful and one of my diamonds. Lots of emotion here as he draws away from me. Know that he sends his love, darling. And know that he sends his love for all of you. Thank you so much. Okay. Wonderful. Thank you for working with me, Pam. That was lovely. Well done. Well done, darling. Okay, come on then. I've got a lady beside me now. I've got an understanding of this lady being quite grey in with her hair. That's I've got a lady standing beside me, quite grey, I feel, but her hair's done nice, not like all of us waiting for a haircut. But her hair would have been done nice, and it would have been important to her to look nice. I've got an understanding of her handbag down by my legs. I feel like we wouldn't have moved far without the handbag, and I can feel it going over her arm. Know this little lady is quite independent and could be quite short, I believe. Could be quite short with people. You know, that feeling of if somebody tried to tell her the way to do something, yeah, I can manage, thank you very much. And she would have been quite sure. As she's talking to me, I've got the understanding of a son, and I feel like there's probably a daughter as well. But this lady's of the age when none have been the first one fed and would have been the important person in the family because the men have to be looked after first. And it's that sort of feeling of a relationship we used to. He wants to come through as grandma or as a nan. I've got an understanding of jewellery with this lady, and I know about a ring being passed down. I feel like I'm talking about a wedding band. I want to say the name Irene. I'm not sure if that's who I'm supposed to be going to, or if it's just a name she's referencing. Come on, my darling. I know about a Ben or a Benjamin as well. Okay. This lovely lady takes me into her kitchen, or it would have been called her scullery some years back. I know there would have been a coal fire. And all the time I'm supposed to keep talking about this wedding ring. I know about this wedding ring that's really, really important. I feel like it would have been passed down, and she makes it important to me. It's like I almost want to say it's worth a couple of bob, okay? So this nice gold band I'm supposed to reference. All right, darling. I know there's been a wedding photograph with this wonderful lady in it, and I know that she was really smart in this photograph. I feel like I've got a nice jacket on and a nice brooch here. She wasn't very big, this lady, quite slim and very, very busy. This feeling of all the time we're working, there's a feeling with her of, right, okay, well, I can't be chatting here with you long because I've got to get up now and I've got to go and get on and I want to do this and I want to do that. I know about the outside with her. She feels like at some point she would have lived coastal, because I've got an understanding of walks along, I don't know, a cliff edge, walks along, and I've got an understanding of the sea being over there. So I want to make her coastal. Okay, I can take Irene jewellery and hair. God bless you, Sasha. Thank you, darling. Can you understand this as Nana, darling, as Nan? And can you take that she would have had a son and a daughter, please? It's a good job it's not me typing back. Well, I've just had a ping, but nothing happened. Okay. Well, I'm just going to hammer on with her then, if I may. I know she's just said in my ear, this is a very peculiar way of doing it. understanding this picture of her being smart. Okay, Sasha, thank you. Really, I need to know whether she's your nan, and that I'm with the right person. I do feel a pull towards you, darling. But I've got this feeling of a son. I want to talk all the time about her son. Okay. As we're talking, she's taking me into her kitchen or scullery, and I'm aware of a boiler and the old way of doing things. Wonderful. That's good. That's good, Sasha. So that's conversation. That's confirmation that we're together then, darling. Well done. I don't know if you'd have a memory of her kitchen. That's lovely. Yes, husband, nan, and impatience. Wonderful. Well done. Don't know if your husband would have a memory of a kitchen. I've got an understanding of these sheets having to be boiled and they've got to be like pristine white. Well done. And I know about them going out on the line and looking after her family and making sure it was all okay was important to her. I feel like she would have helped monetary wise. And I feel like somebody in buying a property, like she would have put something in like the deposit or something along those lines. She makes me understand that gave her pleasure to be able to help and to be able to start them off on their way. I know about little boys as well. Feel like I'm going down now, not her children, maybe your children. I want to talk about 3 children, but I feel like I want to talk about boys. Not sure if there's a little girl there or not. She keeps referencing boys. Talks about a friendship with you, that she would have made a friendship with you in the end, and that you made an effort to make a friendship with her. And for that, she's very, very grateful. And she says that you're not one of these. She could be quite harsh, couldn't she? You're not one of these girls who couldn't be bothered with some like your husband's family. She tells me that you worked at it and that you were kind and she was appreciative. I do think that there's laughter in this lady. I do feel that things would have tickled her and she'd have been giggling about them for the rest of the day. But I'm not sure she would have shared it. I'm not sure. There may be 2 sides to this lady, but she could have been quite harsh, I think. She could also make a meal out of nothing. I've got a potato here being peeled and dropped in like a stew pot on the back of the oven. Like anything that was over yesterday's also gone in that stew pot. Everything went in together, and that was today's meal. Would have been quite careful with her money, you know, with what she was doing, but always, always very open-handed, a feeling of being open-handed. Feel like she would have held your husband's face and wanted to kiss him. There's a feeling of holding him and wanting to give him a kiss. Know that this lady wants you to spoil yourself, really. There's a feeling here of get yourself to that hairdresser's, mate, and spoil yourself. I know that when she was sent to meet her maker, I know somebody chose a nice top for her, chose a nice top and took care that she looked nice. And that was really important to her. And she's very grateful. I know about some of her things being handed out, linen and things, and that she's grateful for too. Did we go back to the wedding ring, please? She's taken me all the way back to this ring that was really important. And I do feel like this is a wedding ring or a wedding band that was passed down. All right, sweetie. She's gone all quiet on me. I'm aware that there are birthdays coming up, birthdays or anniversaries. and I know there's another one in October. And she took me to that. She took me to dates, so I wouldn't think this is her first time through. She wants to talk about birthday coming up soon, and then another one October, November time. She brings her love. I'm very aware of a little glass of sherry beside me here, so I think she would have liked a little tipple. Whether it's on the quiet, I don't know. And she makes me understand that might have been one of her vices. She asks, again, her message is, when I go back and see if I've sort of turned around to get a proper message out of her, there's an understanding of her wanting you to spoil yourself, because it's like everything's got too serious. Okay. Thank you, darling. Yeah, it's quite important to her, that wedding band. It's really important you spoil yourself and not to take it all so seriously. And her saying was that it'll come out in the wash. It'll all come out in the wash. Just sit back and watch it a bit. Don't feel like you've got to organise people and tell them what to do and how to do it. Sit back, let them get on with it a while and just nudge them in the right direction. What's on the quiet? Okay, my love. I'm going to leave our love with you, if I may. God bless you and thank you for working with me. Do you want to do a couple, Delia?
They were beautiful messages, them, Jean. Absolutely lovely.
Thank you, baby.
Do a couple and let you have a breather.
Okay, sunshine.
Thank you. Okay, so hi everyone. Thank you for sending all the love arts. Really love feeling the love that you're sharing this evening. It's my first time on StreamYard, and first time on Pastures Green, so it's a pleasure to be here. I would like to say I've got a connection with a young gentleman on the spirit side. When I say young, I mean no older than 40. So he would have been around the age of possibly early to mid 30s. It gives me the connection of brother. Hi, Han. Nice to connect with you. It gives me the connection of brother. So I know that somebody that's watching this evening wants to connect with his sister. Okay. It's showing me, it's impressing in my mind an image of himself in a photograph. And the photograph goes back to the 1980s, possibly early 90s. In the photograph, he's wearing what I call denim, so that's jeans and a denim jacket. Okay, so if anybody connects with that information, please let me know. And he also gave me the name Mark as being significant around himself or his sister. So please, if you can understand that information, drop me a comment. Okay. Yeah, so he gave me the feeling that he liked to live life his own way. You know, he had lots of friends, lots of associates, and he was a bit of a wanderer. You know, he used to go off to work out in the digs, as they called it. Yeah. And I feel as though this photograph is talking about in his denims. There would be a fair few photographs as well. Okay, so could anybody understand the connection with brother on the spirit side? Feels as though he's been in spirit quite a while. It would have lighter hair. So that's from mousy to blonde. He's quite a character. He's quite happy-go-lucky. Okay. So there's no comments on that, but there's plenty of hearts, so thank you. Okay. Now, the thing is, he does connect with someone. So it's somebody's brother. And he wants to connect with his sister. Okay. Oh, thank you, Jan. Thank you for having me. Okay, so nobody understands that information. So I'm going to move on.
Delia, is it okay for me to say that I've got a brother in his 40s in the spirit world?
Yeah, that's fine. I just didn't want
Sorry.
him. It's fine, Jean. Absolutely fine. Would you understand the description of him?
Yeah, I've got a photograph that's been sent to me actually. That's older.
Thank you.
But I can't understand Mark for the moment.
Right, that's fine. That's fine. I did feel as though the photograph was sent. You know, it was something that was given after the passing. All right. So thank you for taking that, Jean. I want to say to you that. Sorry, you must be unmuted now because I didn't. Oh,
yeah,
so
I've unmuted. Is that okay?
I want to say that he's sending healing energies as well. Okay. Now, I do feel as though this is around an anxious situation, Jean. Okay. So I know that there's someone around you that's not very well that you've been sending healing thoughts for. Okay. And your brother is saying he's there to assist you. All right. Does that make sense?
Yes. Thank you, darling.
All right. Because he's saying, come on, there's no need to worry. Everything's going to, you know. But I think Spirit always say that, don't they? Bless them.
Yeah.
Just want us to know that they're there to give us that reassurance, you know, that we, you know, okay. So you'd understand Sylvia as well on the spirit side, Jean, because she was calling in at the back of that message.
Yes, from a way back. Yeah.
Yeah, she was just popping in to say hello, and I feel as though she was connected to the family.
We had so many cousins.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, honestly. So
Yeah.
very likely, yeah.
Well, she wanted to say hello to you as well, my love. Okay.
Thank you, darling.
So it's not very often that mediums get messages. But I think they really wanted to let they're there for you. All right, my love.
Thank you, darling. God bless you.
Yeah. Oh, he's a beautiful soul, your brother. He's got so much light with him. So much light. Bless him. Okay.
Thank you, darling. God bless you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. So, moving on. Okay. Right. I don't know if I've actually left you, Jean, but I'll just give the information that's coming through from Spirit. So I'm hearing the name Jean, and I feel as though I've got a connection with a mother figure on the spirit side. Okay. Again, I'm being impressed with the photograph, and I feel as though I've got quite a five-step, want a better words, lady with me. You know, she's got a spirit about her that she knows who she is, what she wants. Her opinions are valid, you know. So she's quite a straight talking lady. So again, I feel as though I'll say this again. I feel as though this is mom on the spirit side, and the name Jean would be very, very significant. Either mum's name or grandmother's name, because it feels as though there's a couple of Jeans within the family, as though you know. Okay,
yeah, I can take.
You can take that as well.
I'm afraid so, yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. As long as
I had an aunt who was also Jane.
Yeah, bless you. As long as we know that it's working and it's coming through from spirit. Bless. Okay. Oh, she just feels so pleased to be able to get through, you know. And I feel as though this message is about knowing that you've got some support and some energy behind this situation. Okay, there's a lot going on around you. That's what they're saying. There's a lot going around you. you know, and they're just giving you that energy to keep pushing forward with these situations. All right,
Okay.
my love.
Yeah, God bless you, darling. Thank you.
So much love here. I can't put it into words. But I just want to give you one of those trumpet. Do you know what I mean?
The trumpet I got from you.
I want to give you a Calais lily, a trumpet lily.
Oh, yes, yes.
That's very significant, and that comes with a lot of love.
Thank you, sweetie.
Okay. All right, let's see if we're ready to move forward. Yeah. Bless them. All right. Okay. So, oh, okay. So I've got someone's dad that's coming in from the spirit world. Okay. The name Roger is given very clearly, very significantly. Okay. So I know that where this person's dad is, the name Roger would connect very strongly, although I'm not saying it's his name. So let's just work with him for a minute. As he comes forward, oh, I say, okay. There's a line of gentlemen here, and they're all wearing black suits and ties. Okay, so I know there's been a recent passing with family. Okay, and I know that these gentlemen are coming forward to give support. Okay, I know that where this connection is, I know that this dad wants to talk to his daughter. Okay, and I know that there would be a significant photograph of the grandfather, and the grandfather is wearing the suit and the tie, and he's dressed all smarted up, bless him. Okay. No, Lisa Scott, I didn't say Richard, I said Roger. I thought it was Roger. So Roger would be a significant name. It's not necessarily his name. So where I am, where this message is going to, there's a significant photograph of the father, the grandfather. There's been a conversation of the strong similarities in looks. Okay. Just excuse me a minute. I do apologise. So we've had the family photograph albums out, and we're looking at granddad, dad, we're looking at all these similarities, and then we're talking about one of the grandsons that's got quite a strong, you know, where they all look quite, okay. So can anybody understand that information so far? I do feel as though there's Irish connections with this message as well, because there would be memories of singing the country songs. There would be memories of singing the country songs. Okay. All right. Anne, would any of this other information make sense to you, my love? Where we've been looking at the photographs and we've been saying, doesn't he look like my dad and my granddad? You know, so we're talking about a young man that's living, showing the similarities in the family looks. Okay, so we've got Anne and is it Tracy? Okay. Right, okay. My father is his father's double and my youngest. Yes, the Irish connections, thank you. Oh, okay. No, it's definitely Irish connections, because I can hear the old Irish songs being sung in the background. So dad or granddad would have been quite the singer. I'm not talking about public singing, I'm talking about singing for the family, singing for the boys at the pub and stuff like that. Okay. Now, so there's two gentlemen here. There's the grandfather and the father on the spirit side. And the thing is, the grandfather's talking about hard work and working his way up, you know. So I feel as though he worked his way from a labourer to management, okay, in his line of work. All right. And he says it were hard work as well. And the father did the same thing, worked his way up. And so there's something going on around as well, where they're giving him support within his job path, within his career. And he's working, he's set himself some goals, and they're just saying how proud they are of him. Okay, so Tracy's saying, yes, my dad always sang, yeah. Because he's singing a song, and they're trying to get me to sing, and I'm like, no, I'm not singing. But it's Please Release Me, Let Me Go. That one. Okay, so you'd understand that one. Thank you, Anne. Thank you for speaking up. I do feel as though I am with Tracy. So Tracy, you would understand that. Okay. So you've got things that belong to your father and your grandfather. Okay. Now your grandfather tells me there's some kind of service connection with him. When I say service connection, that means he served in the army or the navy or something for a while. Okay. And it's to give you the reassurance that where this situation is with the work, with the goals towards the work, that you've got the strength and the discipline of the grandfather coming through to the situation. All right, sweetheart. So you would understand why your granddad comes through like that. Okay. They're talking to me specifically about a hat. Okay, so you would own a hat that belongs to dad or grandfather on the spirit side. All right, my love. Okay, yes, army, he was gassed in the war. Bless you. Okay, so all right, and I feel as though they want to say to you, thank you for passing the stories down as well. As you've mentioned that story about your granddad in the war, I feel as though you've been talking about that to your grandsons and nephews and younger generation of the family. As we've been talking about the photographs and all the stories of family history. It's just so lovely, bless. Yes, you have the tin helmet. Thank you very much. That's what it was showing me, something that went on the head. I thought it was a hat, but absolutely brilliant. The name Brian would be significant as well, my love, because that came in first, and I did forget to give it you. But the name Brian was calling it strongly there as well. Okay. Yes, we always spoke of him. They absolutely love this, sweetheart. You know, obviously, you know, we keep them alive with the love, like in the physical. They're always alive in the spiritual, and we keep their memories alive, and we keep their energy called forward on that vibration of love. They absolutely love it. They love to come in and celebrate life with us. Okay, my love. All right. Okay. So show me your always there. Okay. I do apologize. So I'm now seeing a photographic image of a young girl with two pigtails in, okay? And I believe they're showing me a photograph of you when you was actually younger. So you would be able to connect where the photograph is of you when you was younger with the two pigtails in, with the ribbons in your hair. All right, my love. And to me, this feels as though there's an energy of a lady coming through that comes through as grandmother, my love. And memory of you, Tracy. All right. And she's saying, you know, you'll always be my little Miss Sunshine. That's what she's called you. You'll always be my little Miss Sunshine. All right, sweetheart. Massive amount of love coming through for you from the spirit side of life. Say thank you so much for working with me and receiving those beautiful messages from your loved ones. I will hand you back to the lovely Jean.
I don't know if I'm still muted. No, I'm out. Okay.
All right, we can hear you.
I sat back and was just enjoying you, darling. That was lovely. Well done. That was
Thank
lovely.
you.
I've got a lady standing beside me now, who makes me understand flowers. There would have been flowers around her, and she would have loved flowers. I know about pots and things that, and I can feel her thumb going in the pots, and she would have had geraniums, and she would have liked. I don't feel like this lady. I feel like she moved to somewhere smaller, so didn't have as much garden, but I know that she still played with her pots, that the pots would have been very important. Now, this lady is quite white haired, and it's a beautiful white hair, not a horrible dirty grey. It's a really nice white head, and it looks like it's been set to within an inch of its life. I feel like I'm talking about a mother, grandmother figure here. There's an L name here, Lucy, Linda, something along those lines with this lady. I know that she would have had grandchildren, and I know that her grandchildren are very dear to her. She talks about her last journey. There's a knowledge here of her coffin being carried by children and grandchildren, and this really touched her heart. I've an understanding of flowers on the coffin, and I've got an understanding of cards and things going in with her in the coffin, lover. When I ask her how she passed, she tells me that she wore out. Bless her, she was absolutely worn out. This will be a lady that's worked hard during lifetime, and lots of different things. It's like she could turn her hand to anything. Don't know why I want to talk about newspapers there. There's a feeling of marking up newspapers as though for delivery or something, but I know about newspapers. Okay, sweetie. And I know that she would have done whatever needed to be done. I know about jelly and ice cream. I know that she would have loved the kiddies sat round a table, and would have liked to do them a tea party or something along that line. I know there are big memories of birthdays, and I know there would be photographs, but it's more not like we know photographs. It's like snaps, okay? That there would be little snaps, little pictures that she's taken. There's a Rob or a Ron there in that memory that she brings. And I know that her, I believe it's her husband who's with her in the world of spirit. She stands beside a gentleman here beside me, and I know she's got her hand through his arm. He is just a little bit taller than her, but not a much in it. And I know that this person is like her soulmate. But I don't think that she would have done it quite as flowery as that. I think she'd have been a bit more down to earth, and it'd be like him indoors, and like she would have called him dad, dad or granddad. And there's this older way of life with them. But I know that they did work very, very hard. I feel like I'm looking for a girlie, which would have been granddaughter, I think, not daughter. I'm looking for a granddaughter. And I know that they would have made quite a firm friendship, because this girl has got the knowledge that when an older person passes, a lot of information goes with them. And she was able to listen. She listened when this older lady would talk about memories and things. This lovely child who she wants to connect with would have sat and listened to her. And it wasn't a one-way street. There's a feeling also of her finding her grandma when things were going wrong in her life. That she could just sit there, and this lady wouldn't have been judgmental. She was able to sit with somebody and just allow them to be. She was capable of allowing it to be. I've got a big understanding of a middle section, really, feel like everything was going wrong inside, or that's how she makes me know. But it's very shush with it, because it's like it's private. There's this feeling of, I don't want that talked about because it's private. I know about a map now. I know that somebody's looking at a map and thinking about doing a journey of some sort. Now, is the granddaughter here, please? Can anybody take this? I'm just going to slurp of water. Okay. Let's get a bit more information then. I want to make this lady, she's sort of medium build, but this hair is beautiful and white. I have a knowledge that when she comes back from the hairdressers and she's set, that a comb will go through it, that she'll look in a mirror and a comb will go through this hair. She's quite a character, this lady, but very kind. As she links with me, there's all this wonderful feeling about flowers and kindness. She's a kind lady. I know about her purse in her bag, and I know about all the other bits in her bag. And I know that she was very prone to getting her purse out and making sure that people had gotten money. It was very much that way. Through her life, it had been difficult, that she hadn't had a lot of money. Okay, I just thought that was mine. Sorry. She wouldn't have been a lot of money, and I know that they scraped things together. Although they had quite a nice home. I do feel like I'm talking about a bungalow at some point here. I feel like I'm looking out the window of the bungalow. But I know that it's not a massive garden. I know this gentleman would have liked to go down the end of the garden. And I do feel that he would have passed first and she would have gone to somewhere smaller. And I feel like that's when these pots came in, that she would have these pots that she ended. Kate, can we have a name, please, darling? I want to do the name Betty, and I'm not sure if that's with her or around her or where I'm aiming for. A Betty or Bella? Okay, thank you, darling. And I know that this lady would have had this kindness. Now, if nobody can take this lady, I'll bring her a message, if I may.
Jean.
Am I with you?
I had an auntie Betty, but I didn't know about her.
Okay.
I didn't know whether she lived in a bungalow or anything like that.
I'm not sure.
But she passed when I was quite young, so I wouldn't know anything about her.
No, I don't think I'm with you, darling.
Oh,
but thank you. I can take it. Right. Well done. Thank you, darling, for speaking up. Okay. Hello, Mrs. Facebook user. Can you take the rest of the information, please? I've got a very grey-haired lady. My excellent in-laws can take Betty too. Okay, that's lovely. I knew there was a bridge there somehow, but I didn't know how. Will you understand, please, about a granddaughter? There would be a granddaughter that this lady was very close to. Oh, lovely. Well done, Anne. Yes, Anne, I'm with. Well done, sweetie. Thank you for coming back to me. Okay. I did feel like it might be great-granddaughter, but I wasn't sure. Well done. You don't imagine, do you, great-granddaughters? Okay. And there was a friendship between this great-granddaughter and this Nana. Okay. There's a real friendship here. I want to talk about the jewellery. She's just got her jewellery box out here, and I'm supposed to talk about brooches, that she would have liked a nice brooch. I know that this lady liked to be smart. I know that her hair's done nicely, and that all the time we're working, I'm aware of flowers. There's these smell of flowers around her, and just the desire to be out on a warm day and looking at a bit of garden. Okay, well done. Now, when I ask her about messages, there's a memory of a time, I don't know if she'd moved or something, but I've got an understanding of her making bacon sandwiches, okay? I've got bacon and egg sandwiches here. Not a fry up, I can feel her putting it between slices of bread. And I know that the bread was quite thick cut, but that's a memory she brings to me. And that would have been with a man in her family. I know she loved to have her family around her. Okay, lovely. She didn't. She didn't know. No, I'm looking for a friendship with a granddaughter because I know that there would have been secrets shared. Thank you, darling. Right, I'm going to bring her message then. I don't know if either of you can take the bacon sandwiches. Okay, but we're not at a Barbie. We're definitely in the kitchen. Come on in, my darling. What do you want to say? She wants to, whoever I'm supposed to be with, she wants them to stop reading the newspapers because it's all bad news. And it's very much about, I feel like this person's put money away because they weren't able to go away on a holiday. And this lady's saying, the money's there, start planning now, plan for your holiday. And she gives me, I was her granddaughter, and Betty was my, and Betty is my granddaughter. Okay, sweetie. There was just that knowledge of making a friendship with Nan. Facebook, I can. Okay, well done. This is very haphazard, isn't it? This way of working. It's hilarious, isn't it? She wants you to stop reading the newspapers, okay, and understand that things are getting better. I don't know why I'm supposed to talk about a car there. I'm supposed to talk about a car, and almost as opposed to taxis. Okay, I've got a feeling of cars and taxis. Feel like this lady liked to be out and about. That's really where I'm going to go with that because it's like a gratitude. When I feel this car and these taxis, there's a gratitude. Okay, back to your message, darling. She does go off, this lady, when she's chatting, and her mind goes off somewhere else before she comes back to you. Okay. Of course, she's sending her love. She wants the people who put the cards in with her to know that she knows what they're about. Well done, Anne. She wants you to know she understood about her funeral. She understood how everything worked, and she's not displeased. There would be two girls in this family who are of a similar age, and I feel like they took responsibility for her funeral, and she's very grateful. I don't know what that was. I just got a picture of a bird, as though someone's got a picture of a bird on their wall. Bird that's half in flight. I don't know the significance of that. She just gave me the picture. Come on then, my lovely. She's here really because she can be, and that's exactly how she's saying it to me. I want to talk about red slippers. Hello, Sandra. I want to talk about red slippers, as though she would have spent a lot of time in these slippers. My two daughters did the funeral. Well done, thank you. Don't know why I'm talking to you about red slippers, sweetie, but she approves. I don't know if they're your red slippers, but she approves. There's a big feeling here about going back to sorting out a holiday. She's near you, she's beside you. There's a real understanding of gratitude here. that she was loved and looked after. Ah, well done. Thank you. That's really good. Well done. Thank you. Nice proof. Know that she sends her love, darling, to you both. God bless you. Thank you for working with me. Thank you, love. Don't know what time we got to finish, darling. You're muted, sweetie. Have we gone over?
I think.
Hi, ladies.
I don't know.
Are you all right? Are you all right, Della? Just to do one more reading for us, because we were late coming on.
Yeah.
Not anybody's fault, but I think that our congregation would really appreciate if you didn't mind.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah.
Why stop you both? You're doing great. So just
That's
one more,
good.
please.
That's good.
Thank you, Della.
You're welcome.
Are you okay to do that? You're all right.
Yeah, absolutely fine. I have the feeling of a little bit. She's quite young, actually. I'd say about she's around 7 or 8, and I feel as though she's wants to talk to her mom. Somebody knows her. Her mom's either watching or she knows her mom. I feel as though there's a strong an R name here, okay? And I see, I feel as though there are other children in the family, okay? So she comes in, she's quite a playful little girl. She's quite mischievous, and I feel as though she wants to, her mum or somebody knows her mum. It feels as though there's either an auntie or a cousin or somebody watching, okay, that's connected here. So you would know of this little girl around 7, 8 years old, no older than that, possibly younger. Okay, I know she's got siblings because she shows me as she in the family home children that are older than her right now. Okay, I know there's a connection to the R name, like I want to say Rachel or something like that. It's definitely a lady's name with the R. Okay. Okay, so I feel as though this little lady, I want to say, bless her, she's quite playful, quite mischievous, and I feel as though she went to spirit quite quickly. Okay, let me just find out who it is. Okay, so she's just told me that her brother plays football. Okay, she's gone back to football. I know that outdoor sports have just opened up, and I feel as though the brother's name begins with B. It's either Brandon or Braden or something like that. It's quite a modern name. Okay, but one of the brothers' names begins with B. Okay, so if anybody could understand this information or where this information connects, I just feel as though there's a significant birthday coming up around one of the siblings or herself, as though it would be like 13 or 18 or something like that. Okay, she's such a beautiful soul, bless her. Okay, so we're not getting any comments about that. Okay, but I do feel as though there's a gentleman here as well. She tells me that she's with her granddad on the spirit side. Okay, so this would be the mum's dad as well. Yeah, because they've come together. Okay, so then yeah, she keeps giving me the number 8. All right, so yeah, I think that's quite information. So if it doesn't connect to you directly, please just look on a broader horizon and see if it connects around your friends. But no, she's definitely telling me that someone knows her mum. Okay. All right. Let me just work with the grandfather. Okay. So as I'm working with the father, I hear the name Ron. All right. So someone will be able to connect with the name Ron on the spirit side. Okay. This gentleman, there is a photograph of him. He's got brill creamed hair that's going back, and he's smoking. Okay. There were memories of him smoking quite strong cigarettes. Okay. There is memories of going to see Grandad in some kind of pub or working man's environment. Yeah. So there's memories of going to see in some kind of pub or working environment. Okay. I don't know why this message has gone a bit pear-shaped, but I'm going to go with what Spirit is telling me. Okay. All right. And I feel as though the connection with the Grandad, mining connection. All right. So Grandad would have at some point worked in the pits. Okay. And it's a feeling of Sunday afternoon, going down to the club, working men's club, going to see Grandad with the parents, obviously, and having a bag of crisps and a glass of orange juice or a bottle of pop. Okay. So please, if you can understand that information, please comment on the video. Okay. Yeah, I can't change any of that. Okay, so Amy Lou, I can Ronald, and we used to go to the working men's club. All right, thank you for that comment, my love. Okay. So he's come through with that as quite a clear memory, and you would understand the photograph of Grandad flicked back, bless him, and he does look quite smart in the photograph. He's wearing his shirt. Okay, and okay, so you would understand where you used to go to the working men's club. I've got the bag of crisp and the glass of pop. It's on a weekend, obviously. Okay, grandfather, he comes through massive amount of love. All right, so I feel as though he's a strong, silent type gentleman. All right, my love. And I feel as though the message from him this evening is about, I hope this makes sense, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm going to trust something that we call, like when we do deep healing work and we change the patterns of the behaviours that we are handed down. Okay, so where I believe, Amy, that you've been looking into some type of healing work. Okay, and we're looking at the way that we think and act and the behaviours within the family unit. Please let me know if that makes sense, because your granddad's just stood here, and I've got this absolute beaming energy of love and pride, you know, that everything's changed for the better, you know, for the future generations. It's about that open mind and understanding that, you know, we don't have to put up with the way things are, that we can change. All right, my love. Okay. And because it's the last message, I'm just going to leave that with you and let you know that Spirit are acknowledging the healing work that you're doing within the family, within the previous generations, the ancestors, and the coming generations, the descendants. All right, because when we heal ourselves, we heal everybody else as well. So there's so much like joy and love and pride and happiness coming and surrounding you from the spirit world. All right, my sweetheart, I'm going to leave that love with you and say thank you for receiving that message.
Oh, ladies, what a shame to come to time. Fabulous evening. You both did. So say you didn't even know each other. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. You did so well. And Della's never done any blind readings. So well done, Della. Jean, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining us too. And it's been really good fun, hasn't it, Reverend Adrian?
I'm so sorry I was late.
We forgive you. You made up for it,
I'm
Jean.
going to suffer for dropping Della in the deep end.
She did amazing. Well, now now we know she can do it, Reverend Adrian. We can ask her again. No pressure, Della.
Every week.
Thank you.
Oh dear. Jean, may I get you to do the closing prayer? Seems as Della did the opening prayer for us.
Of course, darling. If you just do him, everyone. Well, thank you, darling. Father God, we pray that all of the energy that's built up here this evening goes out and on the ether for anybody who needs it. Anyone who's sick or suffering or just alone at this dreadful time. We ask that our energy is joined with yours to lift them and make them understand their love. We pray also for any countries who are in war-torn conditions. We pray that soon man will understand that one piece of land is no more important than another piece of land, and certainly not worth the loss of people. We ask, dear Father God, that our energy goes there with you also. We ask that you might hold your hand as you lead us through our pathway, and might see and understand what our part in this life is. We leave ourselves, as always, in your care. Amen.
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 Lord, keep us safe this night, secure from all our fears. May angels guide us while we sleep, till morning light appears. Amen. Sorry, Reverend Adrian. I actually paused there because I know usually I ask you to do it, and I realised I hadn't asked you to do it. So I paused a second just in case you did. Oh, so unorganised this evening. Great. What is it they say? The best laid plans of mice and men, don't they? Oh dear me. Well, Jean, just while I'm thinking, Jean, your egg and bacon sandwich. Seems as nobody could take it. I'll take it. Not for spirit. I'll just take the sandwich.
Okay.
I'll have one.
You see, 2 takers. That's all you need.
Real, but she had. It was unsliced bread, and she had got the fry pan there and everything. Nobody will know. So no. I apologise again for being late. I apologise for Irene not being here because her husband's poorly.
Oh, bless her.
But maybe we've got another booking with you. But I'll try and find some sort of way of coming into you another way through this, so I don't have the glitching my end. But thank you so much for having me, darling. It was a lovely evening.
We've really enjoyed it.
You, sweetie.
Oh yeah, don't leave us just yet. I've got a little treat for you.
Darling.
I've got a little treat for everybody. Reverend Adrian knows.
All right.
Yeah, we each week we kindly get offered mediums offer like a private one-on-one reading, and so we raffle it off at £1 a ticket, and the money goes to help keep our church going while we're closed. And this week's reading one-on-one is for Caroline Clarkson Drake. Now, to draw the raffle, we have a little duck race. So I'm going to put the duckies on screen and see who wins. I must warn you, but if you start laughing your head off, I don't think it mutes your microphone on this one. So here we go. Good luck, everybody, and thank you that bought the raffle tickets. We'll be back when the ducks have done. Oh, clear winner there. Clear winner number 3. Let's see. Come in, number 3. Your ducky's up. It's number 3, Diane Johnson. Congratulations, Diane Johnson. We shall hook you up with Caroline Clarkson Jay. Did you like the duck race, ladies?
I loved it.
I usually have them dressed up with hats and all sorts on you. It's just so fun to watch, isn't it? Oh, dear me. Let me see. What announcements have we got? We've got Little Port with Nick Brown and Reverend Nick Brown and Reverend Lynn will be tomorrow evening, and also Reverend Adrian Dobson will be doing his Q&A. I'll let you announce that one, Reverend Adrian. Anytime you like. No.
I'm breaking up.
Q&A. Hang on. Q and A.
A. Yes. Danny Lewis from Sheffield.
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Sorry, I'm breaking up. I couldn't work out what was being said. Completely missed the duck race.
Did you? Well, you missed a treat. I'll send it to you in your inbox.
Thank you.
Yeah. Duck number 3 won. I can't remember what colour duck number 3 was, but I like the ones with hats better, so we'll go back to hats next week. Ladies, if anybody, I'll go with you first, Della. If anybody wanted to contact you regarding your mediumship, how can they get hold of you? I'm
on Facebook, Della Castor.
Psychically.
Yeah, psychically. Send me a telepathic message. I'm joking. I've got a Facebook page, Della Psychic Spiritual Medium, and I'm on Facebook, Della Castor. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And Jean, how can people get hold of you, my love?
I'm on Facebook as well, just Jean Harris. I run Farnham Church, so reach me out under Farnham. And my phone number's on all of that.
I'm going to look you up. I do try to sort of do a little background on the mediums, because I'm so grateful that you join us online, all of you. Have you got any more announcements, Reverend Adrian? I'm assuming he can't hear us, so we'll say no, he hasn't. Thank you again, ladies, for joining us. Thank you, Della, for bailing us out. Jean, Della, amazing, absolutely amazing evidence from both of you. Reverend Adrian, thank you, I owe you one.
No, apart from the fact that it's a long time since I've been to Farnham.
Oh, is it? Oh. Thank you, and each and every one of you for joining us this evening on the online.
It's been a pleasure, Jean. It was lovely listening to your messages, and nice to meet you as well, and Sarah.
Lovely to be with you, darling. Yeah, I'll look you up, Della, if you're serving, you know. Perhaps you'll come and serve us. We're in Zoom.
Yeah, I'd love to. Thank you.
Oh, how lovely. Do you know, after a panic on, what a lovely evening. Well, all that's left to say, everybody, is take care of yourself. You know where I am if you need me. Good night, and God bless you all.
Bye.
Good night and God bless.